I wake up to the sound of my own breath. Shallow, uneven. The air is thick with the scent of roast chicken, buttered corn, and something sweet, maybe apple pie. My fingers rest against the smooth wood of our dining table, and I blink against the bright glow of the chandelier overhead. Emma, my wife, sits across from me, her lips curved into a soft smile. Her blue eyes glisten like she's been waiting for this moment, her hands resting neatly in her lap. To my left, Ethan and Lily, our kids, sit perfectly still, identical grins stretched across their young faces. Their plates are full, their food is untouched. Something is wrong. I glance at the clock on the wall. 11:11 p.m. I frown. That can't be right. It was 11:11 p.m. when I sat down. I remember checking. The second hand ticks forward, then twitches back. I rub my eyes, reaching for my phone. The screen flickers on, revealing my last call. 3 days ago. I exhale sharply. That doesn't make sense. A soft laugh breaks the silence. Emma's. She tilts her head. We've been waiting for you to notice. A chill runs down my spine. I look at Ethan, Lily. Their smiles don't move. They don't blink. The chandelier above us hums, the bulbs flicker. The room feels too bright, yet shadows stretch unnaturally in the corners. And then, from the dark hallway behind Emma, something shifts. A figure, tall, still, watching. I freeze. The figure steps forward and I feel the blood drain from my face. It's me, or at least, it looks like me. Same face, same messy dark hair, same tired eyes. But there's something off, something hollow about the way he stands. A smile slowly spreads across his lips. I grip the edge of the table, my heartbeat thundering in my ears. No one else reacts. Ethan giggles. Daddy, you're here twice. Lily claps her hands. Which one is the real one? I can't breathe. The other me tilts his head, mirroring my movements perfectly. Then softly, he speaks. I wouldn't ask that if I were you. And the clock ticks back again. 11:11 p.m. My grip tightens on the edge of the table. The room feels too small, the air thick, suffocating. My pulse pounds in my ears, drowning out the distant hum of the chandelier. I force myself to breathe. Emma still smiles, her gaze steady, unblinking. Ethan and Lily watch me with eerie amusement, their little hands resting on their laps. None of them react to the thing standing in the hallway. The thing that looks exactly like me. It takes a step forward. Bare feet. Same pajama pants as mine. Same gray t-shirt. But I notice something. Its shadow doesn't stretch toward the light. It sways, flickering unnaturally, as if it's not entirely attached to the thing casting it. A cold sweat breaks out across my skin. I look at Emma. Do you see this? Her smile doesn't falter. See what, darling? I point, my hand unsteady. Him in the hallway. Ethan laughs, clapping his hands. Daddy's confused, Lily giggles. Daddy, you're being silly. I swallow hard. I turn back to the figure. It hasn't moved, not physically, but its expression has changed, just slightly. A twitch at the corner of its mouth, the way its eyes gleam with something sharp, something knowing. I take a shaky breath and stand. My chair scrapes against the floor. The instant I move, so does it. Perfectly. Every motion I make, it mirrors. Not a second too late, not a fraction too early. A perfect reflection, but standing in the wrong place. I take a step toward it. It does the same. My breath shudders. What the hell is this? Emma tilts her head, amusement flickering in her gaze. Sit down, love. I shake my head. Number, something's wrong. Lily pouts. But we haven't even eaten yet. I glance at their plates, still full, still untouched. The steam rising from the food hasn't thinned, hasn't cooled. Nothing in this house has changed since I sat down. Nothing except me. And him. I step closer to the hallway, my fingers curling into fists. My reflection, my imposter, tilts his head, mimicking me like a puppet. But then, as I move to take another step, it doesn't. It stays perfectly still, watching, waiting. My stomach twists. I hesitate, just for a second, and that's when it smiles. Not my smile. Not natural. Wrong. A slow, stretched grin that splits across its face, teeth too white, lips too thin. I stumble back, knocking into the table. The chandelier flickers violently, casting sharp shadows that dance like broken limbs. Then the figure speaks. Not in my voice, not in any voice I've ever heard. It's layered, like two people speaking at once. You should have stayed asleep. The lights go out, and in the darkness I hear footsteps. Not mine, not Emma's, not my children's. Footsteps, coming closer. The darkness is thick, swallowing everything whole. My breath is ragged, my heart hammering against my ribs. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming closer. I can't see anything. My hands grip the edge of the table, grounding myself. The air feels colder now, heavy like a storm is pressing against the walls. A whisper brushes past my ear. Not words, just a breath. I jerk away from it, my chair scraping loudly against the floor. Then, light. The chandelier flickers back on, bathing the room in a sickly glow. Shadows lurch and stretch, bending in ways they shouldn't. And then I see it. The other me is gone. The hallway behind Emma is empty, but the air still feels wrong, like something is still here, unseen, watching. Emma sighs, shaking her head. Darling, you're being dramatic. I whip around to face her. You saw that, Emma. Don't tell me you didn't. She just smiles, tilting her head. See what? Ethan and Lily giggle in unison. Daddy's acting weird. A chill snakes down my spine. My hands clench into fists. I scan the room, searching for any sign of the thing that had been standing in the hallway. The floorboards are untouched. No footprints, no movement, nothing to prove that it was ever there. But I know it was. I can still feel it. I turn to the clock again. 11:11 p.m. Still. Unmoving. The second hand ticks forward, then twitches back. Something inside me snaps. I grab my phone again, my fingers shaking. The screen lights up, too bright against the dim room. Last call. 3 days ago. My throat is dry. I press the power button, turning the screen off. Then on again. Still the same. I exhale sharply, running a hand through my hair. This isn't real. It can't be real. But it feels real. I need to leave. Now I turn toward the door, but as soon as I take a step, they move too. Emma, Ethan, Lily, all three of them. At the exact same time. Perfectly synchronized. They rise from their seats, their movements slow, fluid, too controlled. They don't blink, they don't speak, they just watch me. A cold weight settles in my chest. Sit down, love, Emma says softly. But there's something off about her voice now, like it's too smooth, too practiced. My children are still smiling. Still smiling. I take a step back. I'm leaving. Ethan tilts his head. Where will you go? Lily giggles. You're already here. The chandelier flickers again, and for a split second, I see movement in the hallway. A shape. Hunched, wrong, waiting. I don't wait to see more. First turn, I run, and behind me, the voices call out in unison. You can't leave if you never left. I sprint toward the front door, my breath coming in ragged gasps. My bare feet slap against the cold hardwood floor. My fingers stretch out, reaching for the handle. It doesn't move. I yank it harder. Locked. No. Sealed. The knob is ice cold, smooth as glass, like it's never been used before. I twist, pull, slam my shoulder against the wood. Nothing. A giggle echoes behind me. Lily, slow, amused. Daddy, where are you going? I spin around. Emma, Ethan and Lily stand perfectly still at the edge of the dining room, their faces half hidden in the flickering light. Their smiles haven't wavered, their eyes locked onto me. A bead of sweat rolls down my temple. My pulse hammers in my ears. This isn't real. It can't be real. I turn to the windows. Maybe I can break the glass, climb out, but the windows are wrong. Not broken, not sealed, just blank. No outside world, no streetlights, no sky, no reflection, just blackness, stretching endlessly beyond the glass, like the house is floating in nothing. I take a shaky step back. My breathing is too loud in the silence. I press my palm against the window, but it doesn't feel like glass anymore. It's smooth, cold, like stone. A whisper brushes against my ear again, closer this time. I whirl around, no one is there. But the air is heavy, thick with something unseen, something pressing against my skin like damp cloth. A slow tap, tap, tap comes from behind me. I don't want to look, but I do. The black window. Something is tapping on the other side. From the darkness. I take a step back. The tapping stops. For a long moment, nothing moves. Then, a handprint blooms against the glass. Not mine. Larger. Fingers too long. Palm pressed firmly like something is trying to push through. I stumble backward, my breath shuddering. Emma's voice calls out again. Warm, patient. Come back to the table, love. I look at her. At them. They haven't moved an inch, but their shadows have. I watch, frozen as their shadows stretch toward me, crawling along the floor, moving, independent of their bodies. The air grows heavier. The walls seem closer. I can hear my heartbeat in my skull. I need to get out. Now. I turn, sprinting for the stairs. I don't know where I'm going. I just know I can't stay down here. Behind me, their voices rise in unison. Software, sing-song. Round and round, time bends thin. My foot lands on the first step. Close your eyes and start again. The chandelier flickers, the hallway stretches, and the second floor looks much, much farther away than it should. I take the stairs 2 at a time, my breath ragged. My legs burn, but I don't stop. I can't. Behind me, their voices hum that eerie rhyme, the words curling through the air like fingers reaching for my throat. Round and round, time bends thin. The staircase stretches ahead, impossibly long, longer than it should be. I glance back. Emma, Ethan, and Lily stand at the bottom, watching, smiling, unmoving, but their shadows slither up the steps, chasing me. I push harder, my feet pounding against the wood. The steps creak beneath my weight. The air grows heavier, like I'm running through water. Close your eyes and start again. My vision blurs. My lungs scream. The second floor should be right here. But it isn't. The stairs just keep going. I turn, gripping the railing, gasping for breath. The first floor is gone. No dining room, no front door, just blackness. I stare, heart hammering. The house, or whatever this is shifting, warping, trapping me. I force myself forward. Another step, another. Then, a door, at the top of the stairs. I lunge for it, my fingers curling around the knob. Cold, smooth. I twist, locked. No, 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 no. I slam my fist against the wood. Open! Silence. Then, a knock from the other side. I freeze. 3 slow knocks. Like someone is waiting. Like someone knows I'm here. My stomach twists. The air around me shifts. Grows still. A whisper crawls through the wood. My voice. Are you sure you're the real one? My blood turns to ice. A cold breath brushes the back of my neck. I whirl around, and the stairs are gone. Just a dark, endless hallway stretching ahead. The walls pulse like they're alive, breathing. My fingers tremble on the doorknob. I don't turn it. I don't move. I just listen. From the darkness of the hallway, footsteps echo. Slow, dragging, coming toward me. I don't wait. I run. I run. The hallway stretches endlessly ahead. dimly lit by flickering bulbs that cast jittering shadows along the walls. The air is thick, heavy, like I'm running through something unseen, something pressing against my skin. The footsteps behind me don't quicken. They don't rush. They follow. Steady. Patient. Waiting for me to tire. I don't dare look back. The walls seem too smooth now, like the texture of them has disappeared. No picture frames, no doors, just an endless tunnel of pale, pulsing surface. It feels like the inside of something, like I'm running deeper into the house instead of trying to escape it. Panic tightens in my chest. My feet slap against the floor, but the sound is swallowed by the silence. Then, I see it. A door, at the very end. Dark wood, old, the kind that should groan when it moves. I don't hesitate. I slam into it, hands scrambling for the knob. My fingers close around the metal. Warm, not cold like before. Warm, like someone just touched it. I shove the thought aside and twist. The door opens. I stumble through, chest heaving, and freeze. I'm back in the dining room. The chandelier hums above, casting its golden light. The table is still set, the food still untouched, still steaming. Emma, Ethan, and Lily sit exactly where they were before, smiling, waiting. My stomach twists, my vision blurs for a second, my mind unable to grasp what just happened. I spun around. The hallway is gone. The door behind me, gone. Just smooth, untouched wall. A scream builds in my throat, but I swallow it down. My whole body is shaking. I can still feel the warmth of the doorknob on my fingers, proof that I had been somewhere else. But now I'm back, like I never left. Emma tilts her head. Feeling better? I don't answer. Ethan giggles. Daddy's silly. Lily leans forward, her chin resting on her hands. Are you ready now? My heart clenches. Ready for what? Their smiles widen, just slightly. The next part, Emma says gently. It won't hurt. Not really. I shake my head. No, I don't. And then I hear it. A soft click. The clock. I whip my head toward it. The second hand moves forward. 11:12 p.m. A single minute. A single moment gained. The chandelier flickers. Emma exhales, almost relieved. There it is. I stare, my breath coming in shallow gasps. Something changed. I don't know how. I don't know why. But for the first time since this nightmare began, time moved. And as the second hand twitches again, I hear footsteps in the hallway. Getting closer. The footsteps grow louder. Slow. Measured. Heavy. I turn toward the hallway. The light above flickers again, throwing shadows along the walls. I brace myself, heart hammering, breath shallow, and then it steps into view. The other me. The imposter. But it's not just standing there this time. It's moving. Walking toward the table. Toward us. Its face, my face, is eerily still. The eyes are wide but lifeless, like glass. Its head tilts slightly, the way a puppet might when its strings are pulled. My stomach knots. No one else reacts. Emma, Ethan, Lily. They just watch. Like this is normal. Like this was always meant to happen. The thing that wears my face stops at the edge of the light. Its smile stretches wider than mine ever could. And then it sits down. In my chair. I grip the back of another chair to keep from falling over. My legs feel weak, my whole body screaming that this isn't real, this isn't happening. But I can't look away. The imposter leans forward, elbows on the table, hands folded neatly. A perfect mimicry of how I used to sit. Go on, Emma says softly, turning to me. Sit down. My fingers tighten on the chair. No. Ethan pouts. But you have to. Lily giggles. It's your seat. I shake my head violently. That's not me. I point at the imposter, my voice shaking. That thing, that's not me. The imposter chuckles. and I hear it twice. The sound is layered, echoing over itself, like two voices speaking at once, both of them mine. I swallow hard, stepping back. The clock ticks. 11:12 p.m. Another second lost. Another second gained. I don't understand the rules of this place. I don't know why time just moved, but it did. And now, I'm not the only one here. The imposter tilts its head, watching me, studying. "Are you sure you're the real one?" it asks, repeating the whisper I'd heard through the door. My stomach clenches. The chandelier flickers. The shadows along the walls don't match our bodies. I step back again. I don't care what this is. I'm leaving. Emma sighs as if disappointed. "You already tried that." She nods toward the hallway, but when I look, it's different, twisting, stretching, like a maze that's still changing, like it knows I'm trying to escape. A sharp pain stabs behind my eyes, a wave of nausea rolling through me. The imposter leans forward. "It's easier if you stop fighting it." I snap my gaze back to it. To me. To whatever is sitting at the table wearing my face, and in the reflection of its dark, glassy eyes, I see something else standing behind me, watching, waiting. I don't turn around. I can't, but I feel it. Something behind me, watching, waiting. Its presence is thick in the air, pressing against my back like a phantom hand. My breath is shallow, my skin ice cold. The imposter at the table tilts its head, that unnatural smile still stretched across my face. Mocking. "You don't want to see it," it says softly. "Not yet." The words coil in my ears like a whisper inside my own skull. I swallow hard. My hands tremble. My knees threaten to give out, but I don't move. I don't dare move. Emma, Ethan, and Lily are still waiting, smiling. The clock ticks again. 11:12 p.m. Not forward, not backward. Stuck. The imposter leans forward, resting its elbows on the table, the way I do. The way I used to. "What's the last thing you remember?" it asks. I open my mouth, then stop. What do I remember? I try to grasp onto something, anything before I woke up at this table, but it's like trying to hold water in my hands. Slipping, breaking, gone. My head throbs. A low ringing builds in my ears. Emma watches me with quiet amusement. "You don't remember, do you?" Ethan and Lily giggle in unison. Panic knots in my stomach. Something happened. I wasn't always sitting here. I wasn't always in this loop. My pulse pounds. I try to focus, try to dig deeper, and then a memory flickers. A road, wet pavement, headlights cutting through the rain, a shape in front of me, too fast to stop. And then, nothing. No impact, no pain, just darkness. And then, this. I suck in a sharp breath. My vision blurs for a second, a wave of dizziness washing over me. The imposter sees it. It grins wider. There it is. The chandelier above us hums, flickers. Shadows shift. Emma sighs, almost lovingly. "You're almost ready." I shake my head, stepping back. No, I'm not. A breath crawls against my neck. Not mine. Not anyone's in the room. I squeeze my eyes shut, every muscle in my body locking in place. A single word is whispered. Low. Software. Right behind me. Look. I don't want to, but I do. Slowly, stiffly, I turn my head. And the room, the whole house, is gone. I stand in an empty void. No walls, no ceiling, no floor, just blackness. And in that blackness, eyes, dozens, hundreds, watching, unblinking. The imposter at the table lets out a quiet laugh. And then, they all start to move. The eyes move closer, not fast. Slow, deliberate, stalking. Shapes emerge from the blackness. Tall, twisted, wrong. Their limbs are too long, their fingers curling unnaturally as they reach for me. Their skin shifts like liquid, faces forming and melting away, as if they can't decide what they should look like. But the eyes remain. Empty. Endless. A cold terror grips my chest, squeezing the air from my lungs. My feet won't move. My body won't listen. I want to run. I can't. The imposter, myself, sits at the table, watching, smiling. Emma, Ethan, and Lily remain perfectly still. Their smiles haven't changed, their eyes unblinking, like they've seen this before, like they knew it was coming. One of the figures steps closer. Its movements are jerky, like a marionette with tangled strings. Its face, my face, appears for a second before melting away into something else. Then another takes a step forward, and another, surrounding me. A whisper echoes through the void. "How many times have you been here?" The words send a cold spike through my brain. I shake my head. This isn't real. But my voice wavers. The figures tilt their heads. In unison. A low humming sound rises, vibrating through my skull. "How many times have you sat at this table?" A sudden memory slams into me. Not one, not two. Countless. Waking up at the table, the clock stuck at 11:11 p.m. The imposter in the hallway, the endless staircase, the maze of doors, over and over and over. I stagger back, my hands gripping my head. No, that's not... The imposter chuckles softly, shaking its head. "You still don't get it." My breath shudders, my heart pounds. The figures close in. Their voices, layered, endless, whisper in my ears. "You never left." The walls flicker back into place, snapping into reality like pieces of a puzzle clicking together. The dining room, the table, the chandelier, the untouched food, still steaming. Emma, Ethan, Lily, all waiting. I'm back. Again. I stumble, my vision blurring. My chest feels tight, my lungs struggling to pull in air. The imposter is still seated, still in my chair. It leans forward, resting its elbows on the table. I know what it's going to say before it speaks, because I've heard it before. It smiles. "Are you sure you're the real one?" The chandelier flickers, and the clock, finally, ticks forward. 11:13 p.m. Something shifts. The imposter's smile falters. A crack forms in the loop. The figures in the darkness go still. For the first time, they hesitate, and I realize this time is different. The hesitation lasts only a second, but I feel it, a crack in whatever this is. The imposter at the table, myself, shifts, its smile faltering just slightly. The whispering figures in the dark freeze, their countless eyes locked onto me. Something has changed. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I feel it in my bones. This time is different. I stare at the clock. 11:13 p.m. Not 11:11. Not stuck. Moving. A flicker of something. Hope flares inside me. I glance at Emma, Ethan, and Lily. Their smiles remain, but something in their eyes shifts. Recognition, sadness, as if they already know what happens next. I take a step back from the table, and this time, no one stops me. The imposter doesn't move, doesn't try to mimic me. It just watches, waiting. I swallow hard, my voice unsteady. I don't belong here. The imposter tilts its head. "Are you sure?" The room shudders. The chandelier above trembles, the walls rippling like disturbed water. The figures in the shadows begin to fade, their whispers thinning, unraveling like thread. The loop is breaking. I feel it in my chest. And then, a door appears. Not behind me, not in the hallway. Next to the imposter. A simple wooden door. No keyhole, no handle, just an exit. My breath catches. This is it. The way out. I take a step forward, then another, my fingers twitching at my sides. The imposter's smile returns. But it's different now. Not mocking. Not cruel. Knowing. "You can leave," it says softly. My pulse pounds. I move to grab the door, and then I hear Lily's voice. Daddy! I stop. She's staring at me, not smiling anymore. Neither is Ethan. Emma watches me with something unreadable in her expression. A feeling like ice slides through my veins. I look at them. Really look. Their faces, their hands, their eyes. And suddenly I understand. My throat tightens. You're not real, are you? Emma's expression flickers. Just for a second. Just enough. The truth hits me. They were never trying to keep me here. They weren't the ones trapping me. They were stuck. I shake my head, the weight of it crushing. You're part of this. Emma blinks slowly. You never asked. I stagger back. My hands tremble. The door is right there. The way out is right there. But I see it now. Someone has to stay. I turn to the imposter, to me. And I realize what it's been waiting for. It's not here to take my place. It's here to replace me. The figures in the dark begin to whisper again, but softer now. Accepting. The chandelier hums. The house breathes. Emma, Ethan, and Lily look at me, waiting for my choice. I take a shaky breath, and I step back from the door. The imposter, the new me, stands. I watch as he reaches for the door instead. A simple, quiet motion. The door swings open, bright, blinding light spilling through. And he steps out. The moment the door closes behind him, the room settles. The chandelier stills. The walls stop shifting. I look at Emma. She smiles, soft and real. Welcome home, love. I exhale. My chest feels lighter. My body knows. I turn to the clock. 11:11 p.m. Right where it should be. The loop resets, and I take my seat at the table.